Hello, happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to Handelabra Live. It's Tuesday, starting a bit late today, but that comes with the holidays, as it goes. So, yeah, we're gonna play some Spirit Island today once again, and it's gonna be some more previews of Nature Incarnate content. So, coming up in the next wave, as you may know, is Wandering Voice Keen's Delirium. But we also have a few aspects. We have Shadow's Darkfire, we have Bringer Violence, and we saw those last times. Finally, we have Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds, Spreading Hostility, the first aspect for this spirit. So how does this aspect work? We do get an energy as part of the setup, as you can see. And what it basically does is removes one of your special rules. So your sacred, it adds a special rule, so it doesn't remove the special rule. But it adds lands hostile to humanity. Your sacred sites may also count as badlands. And it changes your fourth growth option. So instead of 3 cost, gain power card, add presence, it's gain fire, move a presence, and 1 damage at range 0. So lets you do damage in the spirit phase, which is a pretty rare thing, but it's not impossible. Of course, Heart of the Wildfire and Starlight can do that too. Okay, so it doesn't change your powers. So let's get into, I'll play a solo game, England 3, just to stretch its legs a little bit, and then we'll maybe play a game with all the new stuff in one game. Let's see. Handelabra Games, I should mention, believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, and anyone working against those goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So be excellent to one another. And I see Zeeth has already said hello in the chat. Feel free to ask any questions or chat away. But also, our company has been off for the holidays since before Christmas, and we're off this week too. But we'll be back in business on Monday and getting things ready for this update release, which will be sometime in January, most likely. And yeah, it's going well. But everyone's taking a well-deserved break, which is something that, everybody needs once in a while. Charge your mind and body. All right, so England is here. We've got England 3, usual level 1, extra stuff here, and we got high immigration for a while. And they decided to go into the mountains. They're going to actually have 2 kind of pretty troublesome lands here going on in the mountains. So I haven't played this aspect a few times for testing. One thing you can actually do is take this and then make a site somewhere else, right? We could like get in here, move presence, get in here, and add our presence here, or we could add the presence and then move it. That would be probably better, right? Because we get the badlands. I think we'll probably do that. So actually, we could get the Dahan in there too if we want them to be. We don't get a power card, so that's kind of potentially an issue. Working out what we can do. So if we play 2 cards, I think we can work this out without having to math it. I think if I put the Dahan there, they get killed, right? So let's put them over here. I think I'm going to unlock this by gaining fire, move a presence, 1 damage, it's badland. And we have enough energy for these, which unlocks this. So they build a town and we destroy it. I mean, we're sort of sacrificing 1 land, so it's going to be that land. Unless we pick up a ranged defense somehow. I don't think that's even a thing you could get. But you can see our sacred state looks cool. That's something that we get with Bringer, not Bringer, Keeper, similar to Mini Mine's special looking sacred sites. All right, so we can get wilds. Let's throw it in the jungle here. It might be that they just don't go in the jungle at all. It would be kind of neat. Turns out they don't go in the jungle at all. So they're not going to build here. And right now they are going to build here because of their special rule, but maybe we can deal with that somehow. So 2 damage is actually 3, so they're totally dead. And we get a power card. Let's get a miner. Mountain Jungle defend 3. That helps. We love Hazard Spread. Let's grab Dark and Tangle Woods. Maybe we can manage to defend it. There are 2 Dahan there. And let's throw another, I guess there's no real important place to put a wilds, but if we put a wilds here, then we can put our presence there, which helps for Dark and Tangled Woods. So I'm thinking gain power card, and we get another defend card, then we actually, they're still going to build her no matter what, right? But oh, Lure the Unknown. Interesting. So we could actually Lure the Unknown, which makes them build a city, but that's enough defend for that, which kills a city, so it sort of evens out. Or we could like just play this and destroy the town that they build. Interesting choices. Yeah, I think we defend 3. Right now there's 6 damage, so 1 Dahan survives. It's still worthwhile. I think we take Prowling Panthers, so start getting some energy. This is going to let us destroy. Hopefully the beast stays. The beast might leave. It's possible, but and we can put a wilds down somewhere. So maybe we get some defend per Dahan. We got a fear card. Could happen. 1 damage for beast. 1 Dahan does not participate in Ravage. Well, that doesn't help. Does it help? Actually stops a blight. So it helps a little, I guess. 1 fear. That's Strife in a land not matching a Ravage card. Alright, you don't participate. Actually, it means that the Ravage is solved and we killed the town anyway, so hey, turns out it was helpful. And the beast didn't go away. Means we can destroy the town. That's managed. And we can get wilds in here, which is going to let us be in range of stuff. So what do we want to do? This guy's going to build no matter what. They're both going to build no matter what. Yeah, they're building there again. They're not going to build here. That's nice. Because I could like come in and kill this guy, but not going to do anything. I could potentially Towering Wrath here, right? By add presence, move, make a sacred site in here, and or wherever. Would kill all the Dahan unless I make the sacred site there and get them away. If I kill this town... Yeah, the problem is if I do the damage here, then I'm not doing the damage here, so like it doesn't work out if I'm trying to stop the build. I can just try gaining a power card and see what else I get. Wondering what I would be looking for. Nothing really stops any builds, so. Wonder if the Towering Wrath play is it. Basically making a sacred site here. And I mean, it just could be, we could sacrifice those Dahan. There's a chance that like, there's a fear card that stops this from building. So we do this, take energy, move presence, actually move any other presence. We get a fear card just from doing that. We only get to play this. Means we destroy whatever's in here, or if we want, we could kill the city here, but if they end up not building here, yeah, we can destroy the city here, so, or we can kill the town here, so. We have options. Okay. This is pretty good. Push up to 2. Dahan, add town to a land without town. Immediately ravage in the land with the most. So, like, none. No ravage. Yeah, obviously, that. I could actually save these Dahan now. By putting them anywhere else. I'd rather, I think, stop this ravage because there's light there. So let's put the Dahan. I'm going to group them up here. And let's add a town just where I am. And when it all ends. Oh, thank you. Oh, sands would have been nice. They are going to escalate, so let's say they escalate here. This. And we can send you away. We are gonna, this defends, this is not the sands one, it's Gamma Jungle. Let's just send you in here with me. They're still building there, but we have this. Problem is our fast cards don't do anything. I could have left him there and used Sacrosanct Wilderness there. It's an option. What if we did that instead? That wilds lets us do damage, so I think that's what I want to do, is reclaim and play Sacrosanct Wilderness. Add presence and gain energy. I think. Need more energy every turn. Let's put presence in here. More sacred sites around this. Probably going to be important. And I get to play another card. If I play Towering Wrath, I get to do enough damage in here to kill most of this. Seems good. It is very expensive. I think worthwhile. You're gonna build here, not here. All right, Aldahan go together. Get another fear card. Oh, each land is to 3 or more Dahan. Look at that. All right, choose land with Town City Ravage there. Well, that's good. I don't want that to be here, so it's going to be here. Sorry, Dahan. They still build, but... Ooh. Oh, but... in a Ravage card. Like, I hope that we could have it here, but that doesn't. Coastal lands. All right. So actually, yeah, this Ravage gets sorted out by these powers. At level 2. And that one's not sorted out. But we could get in there and do damage as an option. This is going to be a problem. Both escalating and lighting, cascading. Where do I want wilds? Maybe here. So yeah, we don't have anything to deal with that. I could just get in and kill it with this. I would love to get Dahan. If I move my Sacred Site there, I can get Dahan in there and then kill everything here. That's kind of nice. Do I want to add presence or gain a power card? That's the question. I can get a plant. If I get a plant, we could probably hit our damaging innate. Maybe get a card with this. Okay, these two. I think that's probably what I want to do. So, move here. Here. I could kill that, but he's going to get killed by these Dahan. Maybe put 2 here and maybe they remove the blight. add presence. I could have done this first, but I think having the sacred site over here is good. Yeah, if I do this, I get that first level. We can kill this town, at least. Well, we can kill that town with that. Well, wherever they explore, if they happen to explore... Well, they're not going to explore where we are they? They could explore jungle. We could always choose to just add beast, right? So... I think it's fine. Because I could have a presence here instead, but I think it's okay. Cities rise. The land with the most town replace 2 town with 2 cities. Well, I'm gonna click here because I want that place to have more cities. I'm gonna can destroy the city here with my name. Oh, I see. That's just an automatic thing. They don't build here. That's nice. No ravage there. They do build here. And a Sands Explorer. I can actually get that guy out of there. Alright, that's the end of high immigration. So we can do this. Doesn't actually do anything, but makes fear. We can send you away. We can add beasts in here and maybe do something. Something happens. Kind of terrifying. Should we get a miner? We get a miner and defend 10. That's actually good there. Or like a... I think we passed up on the coastal blight removal, right, already? Yeah. The fast blight removal is gone. I don't think there's any other fast blight removal that's like as good as that. So like we're looking at... I think there's a fast blight pushing, right? That's a thing. Oh, yeah, entrap the forces. Gather this... There's a few options. So let's take a miner deck. Miner power. So we do have defend 3. It's not nearly enough. We could get in and push town away. That solves this land. Or just Confounding Mist solves that land too. Or just going in and doing damage. Maybe we go in and do damage here. That actually doesn't build. They don't build. So next turn we're going to do this. We're just going to accept this cascade. So we're going to get it out of here. Do that. So this doesn't work. This does. Yeah, I think we're going to accept the cascade. Well, unless, I mean, we try and gain a power card once more. Do we want to add presence? Eternal battle. I mean, I don't have to play this card. It's not really doing anything. Guess we could play Regrow from Roots and clean up the blight that they add there. That's fine. We'll just add presence. And next turn we reclaim. then we have a kind of off turn, right, where there's no, not doing anything. Let's put the Dahan in here in case they do something. Well, they still build here. There's still a guy here. That's fine. They're not building a city, though. I can probably kill the town that they put, except I didn't get another sun, so I can't. That's fine. Let's take energy and get a major power next turn. Okay. Let's clean up the blight after they cascade. Means we get the blight card, but unless we do this, no. This removes blight from the blight card. Forge a web of mutual support. I could choose Sun and activate my innates this turn. Seems fine. Let's just discard this plant card. And destroy a presence. This one in the back. Oh. Push beast. One fear. That's an extra fear card. Gather one or two into a land with Dahan set of symbols, but I don't want to gather them into there. Gather. Why wouldn't those guys gather? Oh, because of my special rule. So I can choose that land and then nothing happens. That's fine. That's allowed. Add strife in a land with or adjacent to beast. So this is interesting. The next card might say they don't ravage in lands with strife or something like that. And they don't build or explore there, so. Different land to isolate, defend to. Well, this doesn't do anything. So, if I isolate this land, they don't explore here. But there's wilds there anyways. They're looking to build in the sands, but they're not going to build in the sands in any situation. And this is either mountain or jungle. Yeah. So really, it has to, like, yeah. If I isolate this, they just won't add an explorer. But they aren't going to explore in Beast anyway. So really, literally, I can preserve this wilds by isolating. That's it. So, sure. Then two. Immediately draw one major power card per spirit plus 2 more. Each spirit takes 1 and gains 2 energy. Oh, that seems awesome. Let's keep that. We could change it because of the solo rule. And Porcelain of Obsidian seems awesome. I just have to get in there. And Focus Land's Anguish also pretty good. Turns out. It's hard for me to have a sacred site there right now. You can get 1 presence in there. Can I repeat it? I don't have that many arc plates yet. It's a very good power. I think Focus the Land's Anguish I can actually... This does forward, it's generating a billion fear. I can reclaim it and use it again. I only have to be one away. But Forest of Living Obsidian has such good elements for me too. I think I'm gonna click there. The other card is good too. Let's click that. And it's Mountain, so okay. We really have to get in there. Only place I can usefully do anything is here. And push explorers around. Guess? Where do I want the wilds to be? Honestly, I want wilds to be wherever, so... Okay. I want to be in there. And I want to reclaim cards. So I have to do this and reclaim, I think. Oh, so it'd be so great to have a sacred site there. It would murder everything. Maybe we get to proliferate with the event or something. That could happen. There's no way I can have a sacred site in there. Well, actually, there is. But I only play this card. So, I mean, that's not terrible. Actually, oh, I have to finish that group before I go to the next. Go to card plays. I only play this card. 2 damage to each invader. And there's 2 bad lands, so everything dies. There's a chance we lose because they might build twice. They're going to build and the event might add a building. So we could lose, but I think this could be also an amazing victory. Add Blight. Honestly, that's fine. Put it back in the back. Maybe put it where the Dahan are, actually. But they're not going to explore back there, like, fine. Beast's Prowl. And Dahan. No Ravage, just one build. Yeah, sure. Explore in the mountains, see if I care. I'm gonna murder you all with one hit. Go in there. The water's fine. I think this kills everything straight away. Yeah. So, good pick. Bit of a risk with the event, but nice to have one explorer left on the island. That mountain turned into a bad place. Alright, so spreading hostility, pretty effective. So let's try a game with all the new stuff. And so we want violence. We want hostility. We want backfire. And we want wandering voice. And I had a suggestion from a beta tester to make an archipelago game. So let's do that. With archipelago, because I think spreading hostility has a hard time getting to the other islets as part of it. And they suggested rituals of terror. I'm not going to have like a super big adversary. Let's just do like Prussia 1. Maybe Prussia, even Prussia 0. Just to like, just have the escalation be a thing. But the rituals of terror, probably haven't played that on here for a while. What you have to do is you don't earn terror levels by fear, but by doing the ritual. You have to have a land with each one presence for each spirit, 3 Dahan per player, and spend 3 energy total and destroy 3 total in that land. So having actually 3 Dahan per player is pretty hard with Archipelago. There's only 6 Dahan in each island, or each islet, and we need to have 12 in one land. So, can any of these guys teleport Dahan? We have to find something that teleports Dahan, like Rapid Wings, or we need to add Dahan. Might be super hard. We need to find Dahan generation or Dahan stuff. So, yeah, let's see. We'll see how this goes. This is from, I think, Frenzy beta tester. So, let's try it. I think we'll just, whoever gets like a Dahan generating power needs to spam it. Because we need 12 in one land. Once we have it, it's like easy to keep. They're all in the same neighborhood. But like reaching that condition is the tricky part. Plus, like, you know, really playing the game and not losing and stuff is important. All right. So we don't have any special adversary rules, just Prussia escalation. So let's start with Keeper, I guess. They're building a city there, which we could say no. We could go over and destroy it. Destroy the town. Or we could stop this build. And allow them, I think I allow them to blight there and stop this other build. I think that's probably better. So we're gonna move presence. Move presence. 1 damage. You don't actually have to add presence here, but it's probably a good idea to add here. Interesting pattern. You could actually just get a power card instead. We are like looking for those things, so maybe we do just get a power card. And we play Boon of Throwing Power. Is that weird? And we have someone come over to receive the boon and get energy and not have to pay for. Because I'm not really worried about the Ravage there. So yeah, let's do it. We have Rapid Wings is one of the powers too, so it's like a major that we're concerned about. We did get Delusions of Danger, which means we could have potentially just use that instead of doing all that growth. That's fine. What do I like for this? Guardian Serpents? Come on. Thriving Choke Fungus. Add some tokens. Gain a power card. We get to add wild somewhere. We can power this up and add wilds on other islets and then grow there. That's kind of interesting. All right. We can stop a build here. Again, we can stop one build and allow the other one, probably. We do need energy, as shadows can't really function without that third growth option first. Let's get into the coast so we can actually, at range 3, we can actually get to Keeper's Island right now. So let's just do that. And then Keeper can give us a card option. And basically we can do anything here. We could play 2 of these to destroy and get fear. Question is, like, I guess we can downgrade this with crops. Why don't we do that? That seems fine. We can get extra fear, destroy, so on. So we could set up for Concealing Shadows favors on that land. Let's do that. Favors, there's lots of Dahan, right? And then Crops Withers is fine. We can get tons of Dahan set up for Concealing Shadows next turn. Sure. Alright. Bringer Violence. Lots of card plays. Let's definitely get a power card for you. Dahan movement is pretty helpful. Mesmerize Tranquility works pretty well with no adversary bonuses or whatever, like to go in here and stop the blight. It only works on lands with invaders, right? That's good. These are all really bad elements for me as well. Do that and just go into D1 now. We don't need that this turn. Maybe we stop the build that comes up. You're going to be exploring one of these lands and we can stop it. Get to play more cards. I keep forgetting. I think we set up for Call of Midnight's next turn. We can push Dahan. We can get a big land with Dahan. We can get 5 into one land or something like that, so maybe more. Yeah, let's just play those. Next turn we'll get a big major. And yeah, I think we want to get a power card. We can move twice, stop that build, strife away, our voice things. Add Dahan. A card that says add Dahan. Like, we're going to use that as much as we can. So we're going to race to the Reclaim 1, I think, then, in that case. Let's get onto the coast so we can jump to another board. I want to be getting air, though, but you know what? It's more important to be stockpiling Dahan as fast as possible. I might even reclaim, like, next turn just to be able to play that every turn. Now we're looking for, we didn't pass up the repeat, right? Any repeat that we get, we're going to want now. So, yeah, get power cards also. Very good. So, okay. I don't have enough energy to target anyone with this. Look at that being helpful. And no one, I mean, you could have come over but instead you're getting targeted with this. This gives 2 cards, so it's actually better than Boon of Growing Power. Actually, I think we can change our plan a little bit. So, because we are adding Dahan over here, now we need to get the spirits over here, right? So, I think that's the new plan. Oh, I want papers colored. The new plan is go over here and have lots of Dahan. So we're gonna need you to get over there. That's gonna be one of the hard parts, but we'll figure that out later. And so we're not gonna play this. Play this. We don't have a sacred site now. I mean, we could. What are we gonna do? Remove Blight. Doesn't really do anything, but we don't really have anything else to do. That's fine. Now let's bring her a play more power card. Okay. If we do that, then we don't get the fear, so I don't actually want to do that. Go there. Add Dahan. Solo Dahan is actually in danger of getting converted by the city. Well, we could just have him convert that guy instead. So just make this be the land. You may push. Not much of a slow phase or a fast phase, it's fine. That land's actually sorted out, and then we can move over there and sort that out, so. I don't actually know that we sorted that out, whatever, whatever. Doesn't happen, I'm not so concerned. They go into sands. Bring me all your Dahan. Alright, mind-shattering song. Actually, build that town now. This actually has those elements for damage. It's interesting. Turmoil's Touch. I want to discard a card or pay energy. I could actually then take this next turn and play it. But if I discard a card, I don't have 3 cards. I mean, I could pay the energy and play these 3. That seems good, actually. Gift of Living Energy. I'll discard this, because I don't think we care about that this turn or whatever. Rain of Blood. Sure. Alright. Light. And I don't get to actually do anything super useful here, but I can add wild somewhere where we don't want them to go. Probably I'll just be adding presents here. Could add wilds here. No, I can't because the explorer will still be there. Yeah, that's fine. I think I just want to make a sacred site and hit this with Towering Wrath, maybe. I don't know yet. Well, I'm not super concerned. You probably want to hit go up card plays anyway to be able to get this ranged wilds. Someone to put wild so that we can get over there. All right, so I think what we want to do is, yeah, how about you don't build a city here? I think we're gonna play, yeah, we can play all these cards, right? Except we can only play 2 of them. We can only play 2 of them. If I put him here, then they're doing 2 damage. We don't actually have enough defense. Mesmerize Tranquility. I could actually, like, quote unquote, kill all the things, but I'd rather have the energy for some big major. I think that's going to be the awesome thing here. Alright, let's do shadows because it's pretty easy. We're going to add presence, go to 3 card plays. We're going to trap ourselves with 0 energy next turn, but whatever. We want to go in here. Be at range 0, play all our cards. We can stop this build, so that's good. And that's probably just a blight. Keeper. We could stop this build, or we could stop one of the builds by jumping in. Maybe we don't make a sacred site. Do this. And this. We have a sacred site. I guess the problem is, if I wanted to use this, I should have done the other. Hit this one instead. Can I do that? Can't quite do it, right? Because I don't end up with a sacred site. Because I can't get those 2 presents in the same land that way. Okay, so let's just do that same thing. Tiring Wrath lets us stop wherever they explore. But I think, what if we just don't do that? We don't get to push explorers this way. What if we do this and we just give ourselves a power? I think that's fine. And if they can explore here, actually. My range 0 damage doesn't do anything. Like trying to do, not waste things so much. All right, that's expensive. What if we play this instead? Sure. Okay, you are doing something cool. We could, if we reclaim one of those cards, we definitely get to play it. Except we don't have enough energy. Well, no, we play these 2, and then we gain a different card, though. Maybe we get something that can deal with one of these other things, do 1 damage to an explorer or whatever. Of the build. Defend 5. This is the only one that says damage, so it's the only one I could play. This does move, this teleports Dahan to one other coastal land. I have to click this. Right? I just have to click that. Because that lets me get Dahan over there. So we're adding Dahan, and I'm not actually playing that this turn though, because I want to. We'll start playing that a lot. I want to get a major power. Maybe it's Rapid Wings or something cool. You can start teleporting Dahan over to this island. It's gonna happen pretty quickly, actually, with these two things. We can get presents over here to get energy and a power. I think we could do this too, right? Range 2 presence add works. If we wanted to do that instead, I think I'm happy to do that instead. Get energy. I think actually let's go into the sand. Yeah, I think that's good, because then we, on our reclaim, we can put our Incarnate there if we want. Have defend 3. Elemental boon though? Elemental boon add strife though? I think elemental boon is very strong in this big group. I guess the question is, now that we're over here and we can move Dahan as much as we want, and Keeper has trouble getting off of this islet, maybe we want to do the thing here instead now. Think about it. Get to move my thing twice, which is good because I can stop a build and a ravage. Seems good. All right, we're going to gain a major power. First, we're going to get up here. Use our moon. Oh boy. Talons of Lightning. Pent Up Calamity. I think it's Pent Up Calamity, right? Like, Bargains of Power Protection, also very good. Bargains of Power and Protection. Interesting. Savage Transformation is something, but not that good. Pent Up Calamity is awesome. Solves a land this turn, reaches all over the place. Pent Up Calamity is strong, but very expensive. This goes with this, like, super well. We just need one other sun, which we don't have, but we can get from Elemental Boon. And that, like, proliferates. And I'm getting lots of energy to overcome the cost. This means we don't have to worry about the rest of the game. I'm gonna click that. I feel like I want to be dealing with the bargain. I could add Strife instead, but Engendering Fear doesn't really matter. Let's do this. It's them all. Stealing shadows. Darkness swallows. I mean, fear does matter eventually when we eventually get the terror level thing, but it doesn't matter right now. I kind of want you to not go. Why don't you just go in there? And do I want to push him or just leave him? We're not getting the Dahan fighting back. I think we just leave him. We have this event again. Thing we had last time. Permanent element. Seems good. Means I don't get to use thriving choke fungus. Would lose the game here if I still hadn't added presence. You're gonna reclaim one. You're gonna reclaim all, so we can just destroy our Incarna. Our quote-unquote Incarna. That's presence. Promise. Oh, but I want my Incarna for the slow phase. We do have to pay for this. Let's see what we can... I could forget this since I won't be able to actually use it this turn. And maybe you just cop up 4 energy. Seems good. Alright, destroying presence. We don't need a sacred site. You actually don't want to destroy your Incarna, so let's get rid of that one, I guess. I'm going to destroy a presence. Actually not. And actions. Permanently sun. For you, permanently fire? For pent-up calamity? I think so. I'm gonna be able to threshold that. For you, dark fire, I think makes a lot of sense. And for you, air makes a lot of sense. Push beast. Where are you at, beastie? Aligned without buildings. Well, maybe go into the back. I don't know. A fear. This beast is gone. Gather 1 or 2 into a land. Bring Dahan towards the coast. Yeah, actually bringing Dahan towards the coast is basically what we want. I don't actually need all of them, just 3. want them just... I have to click one, though. Alright. Go there. Didn't participate. Blight, but get to do my thing. Hello, Heragnios. How's it going? It's going well. We're on holiday break. When does the patch come live? When it's ready. It is not ready, but when it is, it will be released. But we're previewing all the new stuff right here in one game. They explored mountains. And they added a little blight. Where? Like two blights? That's it. Alright. We can stop a couple builds pretty easily here. We can stop this ravage. Go in there. Kind of want them to not build a city back here, but not building at all is best. And we can destroy this town as well. Not too shabby. Alright. I could have used Mantle of Dread on you first, I guess. I should have done that to empty out the back here a little bit. I think I don't really have anyone else I'm using Mantle of Dread on, so that's probably what. Alright. While you had that here. That's a little better. Two fear cards. And some Badlands here. And you are friends with Wandering Voice. Get a minor power. Push 3 to Han. Okay. And Spreading Wilds actually works. All right. I think Voice can take care of this. I want to reclaim, keep adding to Han. Start funneling to Han over here, I guess. All right, you're reclaiming. In any case. Push 3 to Han. Also lure the unknown, though. When I see Allure the Unknown, I kind of want to take Allure the Unknown. Stops that. This is just happening. We could throw a couple to Han over tempting, but we have to keep in mind our goal. Oh, can we hit our... We can hit our thing. We can do a bunch of damage in there. The artwork is amazing in digital. Do you have a guy who does it, or if it's rated the games? Yeah, it's Nolan Nasser. There's a bunch of artists in the game. So this spirit, for example, is Emily Hancock. Every power card will indicate the artist. So Nolan Nasser is doing all the new aspect arts, which these will have new aspect art. But the original art is by other people and so on. So, but Nolan Nasser's been doing the art, one of the original Spirit Island artists. But yeah, there's quite a few artists involved in the production. So we have a spot for Mantle of Dread. Mountains. Not actually, really. So I only need one air. What if we favors called do? Yeah, that helps us bring the Dahan in towards the coast where we want them to be, right? So let's favors called do, get some Dahan where we want them. And I have to play, oh, I can't afford to do that. I think I have to do this if I want to kill these guys. So actually turns out I have to do that. That would no, I could do this. Right, I'd rather play Unquenchable Red, rather add Badlands. We're gonna get to just murder them with Darkness Swallows. So that's kind of fun. Okay. We do need you to not be moving all the Dahan where we don't want them. What if we just add presence here and gain a power? Oh, we want to reclaim, I guess. So let's just do the simple thing. Grab the sun, start getting energy. Yeah, we really don't have a whole lot to do. Those, I guess. Keeper needs to like start making more presence on the island. Set back a little bit by not proliferating the first turn and then losing a presence. For what, on turn 4 and we only turn 3 we only have 2 presence on the island. Bringer probably wants to jump over here and start shuttling Dahan to the other place. We can just come over here and defend that land, I guess. Is there no other sand that matters? Yeah. Well, we could defend this. Bit operations, maybe we do that. This is probably going to be our place. So let's go there. Yeah, I can defend this. That's fine. So we want to reclaim cards and go here. Strike this guy. He may as well leave. Doesn't open any new explorers, so. And I have so many cards. What do I want to do? Add Dahan. Elemental Boon do much? It does make a bunch of fear. Don't really care about. We get air, we get to do a little damage. We can get some more Dahan where we want them. Probably fine. Just get these Dahan towards the coast. Start moving them over. Alright. Add Dahan. Start journeying inscrutably. Guys, all go inside. Alright. That mountain's just going to be whatever. Dread Apparitions goes here. Night Terrors. Going to send Dahan in here. Got 5. Here we get to kill everything. Our island is totally empty. And I have Lord of the Unknown, which I played for the elements, I guess, mostly at this point. But we can use it to stop a city build, I guess. Actually use it in, like, other places. Interesting. Could stop the city build there or here. I guess it's probably better here because Bringer's actually like not taking care of that. There's Blight there. So we could stop the build entirely, but now we could like Tranquility there or something. Okay. And push to Dahan, add wilds. I want to get these Dahan out of the back. I think putting a wilds there is more useful. So. All right. So we have +1 health, mainlands with Dahan, +10 health for Dahan, or we can craft a great warding. This is really expensive, and we don't want to get rid of our defend this turn, so usually this is fine. Each board with 4 or more and 4 or fewer Dahan. Oh, that's over here now. I guess we're blighting somewhere. Jungle. That town is not going away. They are escalating, and it's wetlands. Don't want to have towns everywhere, but they are. Bringer's gonna have a bit of trouble here. But nothing happening on Shadows board. They actually don't explore either, so Shadows is fine. Look at this, Shadows, the weak spirit. Shadows, so underpowered. Range 2 Sacred Site. Is there a mountain that on the coast that I can help with? Not Oh, and I range 2 sacred site doesn't actually reach. My sacred sites are not where I want, so let's just put a Badlands somewhere, I guess. And who wants a card? We're all getting together almost. I think Shadow's the only one who's not over here. Bringer wants cards, even though Bringer's going to reclaim. Bringer can play lots of cards. But actually Voice wants energy. Yeah, since you're reclaiming that. Defend 2, gather to explore. Please don't say make Dahan or repeat powers or things like that. Where do I get to use this? Oh, here. Interesting. I have damage. Oh, and it counts as bad light. But I don't think there's anything that this would do. I could get a wilds in there. Push 1. Not enough. I don't think I get enough damage. Oh, he doesn't have strafe, so it doesn't even do anything. Whatever. Right, their health boost is only in lands with Dahan. Okay, so we have... This is fine. This is fine. It's just a blight. This is a cascade, so we don't want to deal with that. That's just a regular blight. Let's reclaim all. Minor power. Ooh, dire metamorphosis. Add destroyed presence. Anyone have destroyed presence? You have one. Actually, we should mostly have one because of that event, right? That's actually really good with this scenario because scenario destroys our presence, and we can just keep adding it back in the ritual land. And this land is actually really good for doing the ritual because there's only 2 adjacencies. The Han can't spread out too much. I could actually get in here and push Dahan. I'm sorry, it's gather Dahan. Push blight. I don't want to always be doing this. I guess I can always be doing that as long as I play damage powers and stuff, right? If I click this, do we get this? Threshold isn't like super important there, but it is helpful to... I don't have a sacred site. So, predatory nightmares. I don't really care about the threshold of that right now. Let's do that. And I think we're not really taking care of our board very well, but we are stopping the cascade. And we can stop a blight. So we're doing some things. Let's pile the blight up in one land. What could possibly go wrong? Okay. Keeper. Keeper wants to be adding presence. Keeper wants to be dealing with this. I think we have to probably try to stop that cascade from happening. At least. So you can get these to Han moving. Add presence. I think I want to gain a power card. And 1. None of these are super exciting. This is probably the best thing. Alright, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to give a minor power. Not very exciting. You want to get to +1 energy, probably. We can get... I want to have another sacred site for this. Cool. Are we getting this again? We might actually be, right? We actually want to have a sacred site there. We'll get over here soon, I promise. In time for the thing, hopefully. I collect Mantle Dread and that for the air. I don't get to deliver it, gift of living energy, but I do get to kill everything here, so that's cool. Maybe we'll go help Bringer sometime. Maybe. I guess Wandering Voice can come over, help over here too. Incarnate over there. Look at Shadows just casually hitting the big innate 2 turns in a row. Without, like, help, I don't think. Maybe he gave a little bit of energy from stuff. I guess we have the permanent element. That helps a lot. That's that 1 more Darkfire. All the time. It's pretty sweet. Alright. What are you doing? How much damage are you doing here? We're destroying, so we're gonna gather 1. There'll be 4 explorers. Try to do 3 damage. There's still a guy here, which means we could entrancing apparitions. So there's no build at all. We don't have a fast Han movement to help kill this guy. I guess he's not participating anyways. I'm thinking about 3-card plays though. And just piling up presents in here for the thing. Make stacks of presents here for the ritual that we do have to get to. Someone should probably help out Bringer eventually, but... We want cards. Stripes. Well, maybe we can empower our Incarnate. Yeah. We did it. Not like the most exciting empower in the world, but makes an isolate. Makes you think about where it goes more a little bit, I guess. Alright. No build over here, just the 1 blight. Here we have a ton of builds, and there was a Blight Cascade, but there isn't going to be when I do this. Just the one Dahan again? Maybe two. Let's put this here. And strife. Start grabbing Dahan. I'm going to leave these Dahan here, I think, because we might want to defend that. Here we can start grabbing Dahan from other places here. All right, we want to inscrutably journey. Actually, this isolate's going to be helpful to stop some exploring the surrounding lands. Whoop. Oh, and that Dahan participates now. Floor card matches all lands without town city. Alright, disease is going to do damage. Take that. Just the one? Yeah. Reclaim. Oh, we get to get Calling Midnight Dreams back. We get to do Cycles of Time and Tide. What of these do I want? Fly Lord of the Unknown. We're gonna reclaim. Probably. Maybe not. Get a blight there, blight there. That's it. Two blight. Not a problem. Coastal lands. But it actually, they explore all over the place, right? Because of that thing. This means there's a whack of explorers all over the place that aren't really doing anything. And they don't explore the coastal lands with buildings, which actually means they probably explored in a better way for us. So. Okay, I have so many powers. What are we doing? I could do some damage here. Just use Corrupt's Wither there. We kill the city, but I don't think we actually have anywhere to Corrupt's Wither effectively. Maybe we can move building with nearby things. All these powers, but didn't use the one that pushes a guy. That's fine. We could do destroy invader with strength. I think we want to do this. No one else has anything that helps, I think. Oh, this could kill this city. Probably worth it. It wouldn't actually kill Bringer, but it would be a lot of fear that we don't need. Push 2 from their land. Guess we could push that. They wouldn't build there. Bat Scout just wants to gather Dahan. Also, we're going to get 1 billion energy from Calm Midnight Streams. It's going to be great. Maybe we just destroy this island. If we can threshold that, be cool. Favors called due here. Guess it might be better here. Well, as long as they're on like 2 Dahans and coastal lands, or you can only move them 2 at a time, so it's not like it makes a big difference. A wild somewhere. Good for pent-up calamity, I guess. We probably want to get this town out of here so he doesn't build a city. So, voice. Put him in there. Oops, Wither's just not going to do anything. Wants Gift of Power. Maybe Shadows, and then you don't have to reclaim. I think that's pretty good. Well, it cost energy for that. Why? Yeah, I did cost it. Well, whatever. He gets energy. He doesn't get energy. That's fine. You want Remove Blight? You got lots of Remove Blight. Push 1 per Dahan. That's pretty helpful for some of these city builds that are happening and stuff, so. Bad elements. We're not really having a big Darkfire turn next turn, though, so. Alright, Bringer can spend an energy because he's going to have a lot. Ooh, good card. I'm going to maybe pay an energy too. Be right back. We are at the next spirit phase. So, we have Big Ravage here, but between these two things, I think we can take care of that. Especially Calm Midnight Streams is going to get us a ton of energy. We can't play all these cards. We can play 3 of them. So we probably want... Do we want to get another power? We could reclaim Pent-Up Calamity and play that. Like here. Stop that Blight, I guess. That's probably fine. We do want a sacred site. We probably put it here. Maybe we put it in here so that they're gonna explore. Like, this is a bad place. Let's get Pent Up Calamity back. Let's just put a sacred site here in the middle. And we can reach any sort of problem area, I think. Look at that. We didn't get everything, but we can strafe the heck out of that place. We could strafe the heck out of this place if we wanted to. We could have done that instead and put Mesmerized Tranquility here, but fine. I'd rather these Dahan. I guess they would kill the guy. Voice isn't around. We could strafe the heck out of them. Is that better? But then we wouldn't have, yeah, we need a sacred site, don't we? Turns out we need a sacred site. So we probably want energy. Yeah, we want to finally get over here. Let's do this and then we can dig for a major next turn. We get to give out a pile of energy to someone. We can lure something. Yeah. I'm sure that's all going to be useful. We could get Elemental Boon if we want for this. Which is a thing, I guess. What are you two doing? You probably need to get presence in here. That's easy. And that's just going to blight. No big deal. Get another power card. And I almost certainly I want to be doing this. We can afford both our cards. Let's just get a minor. What if I make more Dahan? What if I make more Dahan? There are no Dahan. There is no land for me to do this yet, but we can probably arrange it, right? And I don't want to be destroying Dahan. I'm not going to click that right now. But surely we can actually, if I put presence here instead, I could get Dahan here, or get Dahan in here, and Dahan waste those guys. So actually, we'll get presence in there next turn. We get to pick two, so. You guys go in here. We're not like defending there, right? That's just fine. That's just gonna be a blight. Whatever. Give a power card and energy to someone. You also could probably do a bunch of strafing in there if we wanted to, but we can add Dahan. We have reclaim one. I don't know what that does. We could have put two Dahan in there and say protect two Dahan. Yeah, it's just a blight. I don't really care that much. We need energy. So I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna keep making a giant stack of presence here to destroy. Does someone want Elemental Boon? It would be some damage for you. Which wouldn't really make a difference. It would make a difference for you. Oh, not even wouldn't really do anything. Like click things with air. Make Dahan. Sure. I'm sure that's a good idea. Add to Han. Call to isolation. Yeah, I was thinking of call to isolation here, I think, to get this guy. And someone actually, Lure of the Unknown doesn't work super well because of everything, but let's just keep my island nice and tidy. Maybe put him with the beast, so the beast might get him. And who wants energy? Let's see what Bringer gets. I'm going to honor here. 8. I will definitely be able to play whatever I get, so let's do... Oh, I didn't play Dread Apparitions. I was going to play Dread Apparitions, so maybe it's Pent Up Calamity there after all. Fine. Let's just give Bringer that. Bringer the energy. And I don't need the moon from that for this, so... Alright, melt earth into quicksand. That would solve that land. Flow like water, moves to Han and presence and stuff. That seems good to bring stuff into here. That seems pretty good, actually. Let's take that and get 1 billion energy. The Bringer definitely didn't need that energy. Alright, back party. And call to isolation, I think I want here. Oh, it's kind of awkward because it's going to make a blight there. Where are you journeying? You get to go twice. Maybe this guy can be a call to isolation. There. You're gonna build here, but is that gonna matter? I want to bring all this to Han. I guess I don't have to bring everything. I could leave this guy here, which seems fine. And they don't build there. There's nothing to build, right? Yeah. Alright, so you can probably just stay here so that's isolated. Just leave it. Just stay there. And then this element. Okay. We're almost set up. How many Dawn do we have there? We have 10. And we have presence from each spirit. So we're almost ready to perform the ritual there with 4 cards. 1 damage per beast. Hey, got some builds. Add Dawn. We're at 11. We're adding post. Add here where this guy is. That's not presence, I don't know what just happened. Strife. Out in the back because of aristocracy. Rude. Land out of town. Are we like blowing up stuff? We can just convert this guy to a Dahan. So yeah, that's fine. Out of town to here. Down to not a jungle. I don't want them to explore here. So I guess it's actually just this jungle. And here's kind of gross. Everything is fine, don't worry. We're gonna get 5 fear cards, probably. Replace a town with a Dahan. Oh, now we can perform the Ritual of Terror. We want to do that yet. Maybe we want to generate more fear. Card or have that card be terror level 2 for next time. Now let's just get it now. And I'm going to be adding Strife. You may push that invader. We push this city. What about predatory nightmares? Let us stop them building a city here. Would like to use the Dahan movement. Yeah, we can do the ritual. That's sacred site though. Yeah. Okay, the only place where it does a whole lot is here. I mean, that cascade's not great, but this is the messy board. Push 1 explorer. Doesn't really do anything. I guess it could if we strafe an explorer here and push him. It's kind of neat. There isn't really a land where push does a lot, except maybe stopping a city build here. Does a ritual cost? 3 energy total, destroy 3 presence total. That's easy. Okay. That's like that one, which doesn't even count, and then 2 of you. Okay, let's do the Ritual of Terror now. And you can just spend 3. we get to our level 2, so that's even better. Okay. Add stripe in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Each invader takes 1 damage per stripe. Oh, I should have added the stripe first. That's fine. So probably here's a good idea. These lands that are like actually getting busted means we can actually handle these lands too. And I guess you normally want to do the ritual in the fast phase. There's a bunch of defend cards. Gather into a coastal land. We could use our thing to blow up this stuff here. Stop that build. We could, I think bringing 1 town here is good. Then this land is not a big deal. Gather this guy in here. That Ravage will mostly take care of itself. We'd have these guys. Yeah, let's do this. This, and then we can stop that build. Isolate. Doesn't matter. Can't matter. Guess I could have just waited and done it in the fast phase. That would have been smart. On each board, remove a town. Okay. I forgot about all the defend fear cards. Ritual is complete. Now we have to get all the Dawn back. Alright. And you go in there. Who wants a card? Who's not reclaiming? Maybe voice? Defend 6. No need to defend for there. And 6 enough here? Actually, yes. Okay. Also, you get this, but there's no lands with strife in range of a sacred site. So you just get your element and the end. Okay. I think you're reclaiming cards. And adding presence. We can actually make a sacred site here. Wanted to. Could move all these to Han in like one go. Do this. Actually, we can do it by adding presence. Even better. Now all the Dahan are here. Oh wait, but if I, yeah, we can do it in, this. Okay. maybe not quicker. I don't know. We can do this. Move presence, right? This does spread the Dahan out a little more for this one, but it means we get to do the ritual. If everyone can get their presence in here, right now we can do the ritual with no fear cards, but it gets us towards winning, right? We just have to get to... I don't know, whatever, we're gonna do it. Phew. Play some cards. Make Dahan. Move a blight. There. You can reclaim. Oh, so you have presence in there, luckily, already, though. So, okay. And gonna gain a power card. Major power? Yeah, definitely major power. 10 energy. Verifying Nightmare. Freeze Radiate. Both good options. Let's just up one of these mega builds. They're not mega, but you know. Have a power I don't care about. Really gift energy. It's cool, but whatever. That's that. We get another dark fire, then oh, we can't reach. We can do some damage. We can do stuff. Play this. Yeah, sure. We even get the threshold on that. We might actually get a fear card. That's good. You actually, to get presence in here. Oh wait, we get to do this. Guy's Herald. Destroy presence? I don't. Has to be spirit with presence on target board. That's just present. I don't have it. I think I'm actually clicking this and then major power. Yeah. Play whatever coolest major power we get, like that. Pretty awesome. Tsunami also good, but a little late. I mean, we just click this. It's awesome, right? And we forget. We don't really need this anymore, but I don't know. We never used that yet. Just in our discard. Let's take an any. Am I gonna get anywhere near that threshold? No. Not even with Elemental Boom. Actually, hang on. Yes, with Elemental Boom. If I click there, no, I need one of like 4 elements. I need sun, fire, air, and water. So that's, there is no undo button for the element thing, but you can just do an undo like that and you get it back. How did I get to play my cards? Oh, I didn't use my presence. Guess I could undo the presence ad. We can like take an animal for the fear instead. More useful. What are we doing? We need to get presents here. We could just add presents. That's probably the easiest thing to do. A sacred site there. We get reclaim 1. We don't really care about playing exhale. We could instead add a dawn. Because why not? That's our theme. It's not really doing anything, but you know, for funsies. So we can use this after defend 6. We might not even need to defend 6 there, right? We can perform the ritual right now. But we want to generate fear first, I think. Because we do get fear cards. And maybe we'll get one. Does this make fear? No. I mean, it does damage, which does fear. This makes fear. You get a fear card. I think that's all we're getting, so let's go ahead with the Ritual of Terror. A hint. Spending energy, actually, and share. But Bringer spent it all on exaltation. Destroy presence? Nope, actually not doing that. Destroy 1 invader per 2 explorers. Cool. Destroy cities. And now we don't have as much presence over here. Every spirit's still on the on this islet, though. All right, go back in here. Oh, now there's no Dawn here to end there. I don't know that we're gonna get to do the ritual again, so you can use slow powers fast. I don't know if that does anything. We can make a. I don't think we can. We need to kill all the cities. There's 2 cities killed in the ravage. You can do damage here. Incandescent sky, so we have to choose voice. This guy's not dying. How do we get that guy dead? I don't think we do. Okay. Three damage is gonna go here. I can do 3 damage. One there. One there. Death by Dahan, maybe. Add a Dahan. I still defend 6. Can't get the Dahan there, though. Oh, I couldn't even do the damage here with voice. Still my power. Interesting. That's fine. Let's lure here. One Dahan dies, but you don't build it. An elemental boon exists, but I didn't think that much about it. There's no target land for that. And there probably won't be. Maybe you want to have elemental boon. Have plant and air and sun. We can at least move somewhere and back. And you can stay where you are. Destroy that. Oh, we could destroy the city now. We could destroy the city now, actually. Do that. Oh, right. I have to go. I do my elemental boon again. Right. Go here. Go here. Break the city. We can use this just to fear. I could generate more fear. I forgot the element, but it can't matter, right? Fine. Maybe we'll use it for the event. Nope. On each board, add blight. We can pay X energy where X is 4. Be in line with town city? I don't want that. We're paying. Here. That's fine. We'll have the blight. Add the blight. Add the blight. Immediately destroy beast and add blight. Sorry, beasts, you're all dead. I guess that's gonna be blighted after all. You just have to destroy the last city, right? How hard can it be? Where are we cascading? Oh, from here, because it's the only place. Alright, this event turned out to be pretty good. 1 damage to each. Sure. Good. Add Dahan to one of its lands with Dahan. I accept. when to perform the ritual and win. Ravage. Are they building any cities? I don't think so, right? So we just have one city left. But we don't have any slow powers that can actually get it, I think. Add a town. Getting a little messy, but mostly because I'm not paying that much attention. Either kill the last city or perform the ritual again. I feel like we can just do... You can't do Pent Up Calamity because you can't actually do damage. Did that not... Why didn't that turn that guy into a... Oh, because I don't have enough moon. Didn't turn him into on. Can I get a guy into a place to make it to Han? Yes. Is this... Hurts him. That doesn't do anything. Hi, done soon. Yeah? You can make something. Done soon. To be on TV? Hmm? You need me? Be right back. All right. How did we finish this off? I think the ritual, right? Because... Oh, hang on. Can we downgrade that? No, we'd have to go fast. You can't remove invaders. We could... We don't have energy to make you go fast. I think we just perform the ritual, right? I'm pretty sure we can get enough to Han in there at fast to do that. Look at them all dancing. We have push 3 to Han, add to Han, whatever, right? We have lots of stuff. Anything else? We have push 1 to Han. Yeah, we just have to get presence in there. You don't have presence in there. There's no wilds in there. Right? Whoops. But we can do this. Oh, and we can move. We could actually get all the Dahan in there like this. Dahan party. First deal damage. Why not? Then move a presence. Then move a presence. I don't know. Click whatever. You don't actually have to do anything. Reclaim free card. Put more Dahan in there. Let's see how many Dahan we can actually get in. Game is actually kind of chugging a little bit for some reason. Actually can't get any Dahan with this now. We can perform the ritual right now. I want to see how many Dahan I can get. This pushes. Oh, but there's. Okay. Get 3 Dahan in there this way. And then this can get us 2 Dahan. I'm from here. Why not? So we've got your card, doesn't matter. We've got 21 Dahan in there. Perform the ritual. Everyone spend energy. Well, not everyone. Destroy presence. Don't destroy presence. Destroy your Incarnate. Victory. All right. Ritual is complete. Look at all those Dahan. 21. 50 points. All right. Good work, everybody. So yeah, that's been all the new content from the next wave. It's looking pretty good. I don't think we ran into any bugs. So far so good. We'll be getting some new artwork for these as well. And stay tuned for those coming in the new year. Thanks for watching. Have a happy new year. Stay safe. And we'll see you next week. Bye for now.